Live from Shadow Ridge High School in Las Vegas, this is the Game Time Game of the Week on Your View, presented by RC Willey. Your home, your way. The Centennial Bulldogs paying a visit to take on the Lady Mustangs tonight. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Will Connerly. A big matchup, a rematch from last year's state semifinal to kick off league play this evening.
Absolute best today.
Absolutely, and the Bulldogs being their best, the motivated bunch that won 8 consecutive state championships until that streak was upended last year, and they're looking to head into this year taking on a team that they had to play to get to the state championship game to open up league play tonight. It is a big challenge, but the Bulldogs, they've been rising to those challenges, really have been the most dominant team in the state over the last decade, and they want to try to reclaim that tonight, and they did it in their opening game, winning 97-5. So we'll see what they can do here this evening. We'll be right back.
USA, Nevada's largest new and used office furniture showroom filled with quality furnishings for your standard office, lobby, break room, or conference room. We can assist with the design and installation with our in-house experts. Browse our quality pre-owned workstations. They're in stock and ready to install. We've got the best overall office chair of 2022 according to Forbes. Come see why the Han Ignition 2.0 was rated so highly right here at Office Furniture USA. More than you expect us to be, at less than you expect to pay.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane by bringing Raising Cane's hand-battered cook-to-order chicken fingers to your holiday celebration. Spread joy and good cheer with crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and our signature Cane sauce. Make it a holiday to remember by treating everyone on your nice list to Cane's gift cards and our cheerful Candy Cane plush puppies, which benefit local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Game Time on Your View is presented by RC Willey, your home, your way, and brought to you by Raising Cane's. One love here from Shadow Ridge High School. It's the Centennial Bulldogs and the Shadow Ridge Lady Mustangs getting ready to go at it tonight. 2-1 record for the Lady Mustangs. Wow, we told you about Centennial. They had their season opener just a couple days ago. They didn't have to sweat too much. 97-5 was the victory for them, and they hope to carry that dominant effort as the teams begin league play here this evening. And when you start league play, a lot on the line when you want to get going in league play. And Heckma, what do you think for keys to the game here tonight?
Well, for me, I'm looking at it like this. For Centennial, they have to run everything through Nation. She is their player. Don't deviate from that. And reintroduce yourself to the league. Go scorched earth this season because they lost in the state title to Bishop Gorman. They want to avenge that loss. On the other side for the Lady Mustangs, take care of the ball. Don't fall victim to a bunch of turnovers, but also you are tasked with having to guard the post as well so that this isn't a runaway game for the Bulldogs.
It should be interesting to see when you bring up Nation Williams, just a sophomore, but a very highly touted, a 4-star recruit and the lone returning starter. Her scouting grades up towards the 95 mark and one of the top recruits in the country. So someone to watch, the 6'2 sophomore forward tonight. How can the Lady Mustangs combat that? And it's not just all her. It was Sinai Branch in her debut with this group, a transfer from Arborview, who contributed 20 points as well for the Bulldogs in her debut, transferring from another team in this league here to this Bulldogs program.
Yeah, I think when you asked the question about Nation, for me, basketball is a family business for her. Her mom being the former GM for the Aces there in Vegas. She has a sister that's on the roster as well. So when you say the Williams sisters, we're not going to be talking about Serena and Venus, but you're right. I mean, they do have a ton of talent on that other side. I'm looking forward to the matchups. I think that for a team like Shadow Ridge that comes in, that's trying to have some dominance in league play, Coach Johnny Williams in his second season, absolutely, Wheeler is one of those coaches that's trying to get his dominance in this league. You know the players that you're going to have to stop.
Absolutely, and here as we get ready to see who's going to get out on the court tonight, here are tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Raising Cane's One Love. First up here for the Bulldogs, Holly Fenton getting the start, along with Daria Mitchell, Sanai Branch, Ashley Brown, and Nation Williams, the starting five for the Bulldogs. On the other side, for the Lady Mustangs of Shadow Ridge, they go with Zoe Reddick, Avery Freeman, Channel Gaffney, Alexa Madsen, and Jaslyn Jefferson. Those are each team's five, and we're ready to go for some action this evening. We're underway from Shadow Ridge.
Wait, you see, look at that. We're going to get a traveling call right off the back. I like it. They go right at Centennial. And that's Ayla Williams with the turnover.
The Lady Mustangs forcing it. They'll have their first possession. Freeman out to the corner. Jefferson for three. Raw offensive board on Madsen. She puts it back in.
I like that, going right back up with it. These first couple of minutes of the first period, I think you want to see who's going to come out and try and steal some of the momentum right away. And it's going to be the Mustangs that need to get that done.
Putting the ball on the deck and going up. Ayla Williams, the lone senior on this team. And she finds herself at the foul line.
Yeah, Ayla's wasting literally no time. You saw as soon as she got the ball what she did. She's in the paint. She goes up. She recognizes she has a player on her back, and she gets the foul.
And for her, I mean, you see the colors that she's wearing right now. She's going to keep a similar scheme as she has her commitment to the University of San Diego, the lone senior on this roster. Very talented player that a lot of these players, herself included, a couple state championships won under her belt, but they're coming into this year, as you mentioned in the open, with a little bit of vengeance on their mind. First time since 2014 they enter a season not as the reigning champs. There, it's Nation Williams who finds the bucket.
Like I said, the Williams sisters, and not talking about Venus or Serena, they are both going to be something to deal with this entire season in basketball hoops here in Nevada. And trying to go back up quick with it. And let's see right now if the Mustangs can break this press.
Full court pressure being fronted by Allie Brown. Substitutions are very frequent for head coach Karen White's. Very legendary head coach in the Southern Nevada Sports Hall of Fame. Three lined up from the corner, hits off the back of the iron from Brown. Offensive board, though, and going back to work, one of the top players in the country, Nation Williams, with a chance at the line.
And look at this lefty right here in the lane. When you get a lefty like that, a little scream at the end of it also to let them know that you're there. I tell you what, man, every college is going to be coming to Nevada to find a way to get in on the Nation Williams sweepstakes.
And it's pretty crazy, too. Is starting as a sophomore right now, did so as a freshman a season ago. And those sweepstakes perhaps going to be lasting some time as we see a look at the foul.
There, and Jocelyn Jefferson, who's started this game very aggressively, but boy, she has the task of playing one of the best. A defense down low, quick hands, a bit of a cookie crook down there with the steal. And a travel called. Wow, Brown.
Brown takes the walk, and a quick timeout being called. Centennial with the 5-2 advantage in the early going of this first quarter, and you see a very animated Karen White, who's just one state title shy of the all-time record, has directed this program to 14, and on the other side, it's Johnny Wheeler trying to get his group going. 5-2 in the early going in favor of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, in all of this experiences on the other side with Whites, although Wheeler has, played collegiate and pro basketball, White's one of the best to ever do it. And I tell you what, you look at her bio, not only coaching the women's or the girls game, but also the boys as well. Man, talk about diversifying your game. that is absolutely phenomenal for the job that she does.
Certainly is impressive. The lengthy bio of Karen Whites that will continue to unravel throughout tonight's broadcast, but it is certainly impressive what this Bulldogs program has been built into.
Trying to make the extra pass was Alexa Matson underneath the basket.
Now she has it and walks.
I tell you what, they are quick on the trigger with the traveling call. That's the second one we've seen so far here in these early minutes.
Just the early going of this one. 5-2 advantage. They look for Williams on the quick touch down low. Leaves it short. Now back up the floor, Reddick misfires. And easy in transition, missed initially, but put back in. Daria Mitchell finds it for two more.
That's just continuing to run on the other side. And that's the one thing that you're going to get from Centennial is their ability to continue to run the floor. Great spacing also so far for the Lady Bulldogs.
Driving high off the window and a misfire from Avery Freeman, the freshman guard.
Avery Freeman thought that she was going to get the foul. Oh, the foul was called, excuse me. Maybe it was a late whistle. As you see the drive here inside of the lane, and she runs right into Ayla Williams. Now knocking down some free throws.
Late whistle, but it is going to be interesting to see how the Lady Mustangs want to attack. You've got a couple of 6-footers and the Williams sisters in the paint. How do you attack the rim and get some penetration? That's going to be something to watch tonight.
Be quick in transition. Set up your offense well, and make sure you get shots on the outside. And when you get an open shot, knock it down.
That was an open shot on the catch and shoot, though, for the Bulldogs. They can't come up with it, and it's Avery Freeman here the other way.
Avery Freeman's got some handles as well. Seeing her maneuver through some of the pressure that the Bulldogs present.
A whistle is called towards the top. It's Eniora who gets tagged with the foul. Some more subs. Karen White's known to
see the push right there on the outside on Alexa Matson. Foul called. Staying in rhythm right now. Again, this is what I like for the Mustangs, the way that they're playing. They're trying to stretch them out on the floor, but those kind of drives right there, I tell you what, Will, they have a good chance if they continue to keep that going.
Well, the second chance doesn't go from Madsen, and a foul back up the other end. Nation Williams gets fouled by Jaslyn Jefferson. They have it for an inbounds coming up.
And that's just Jefferson just trying to be aggressive and stay on the hands of Nation Williams.
And an errant pass. They try to skip it over to Damani Poole, and it goes through her hands.
Right now, a ton of errors for both teams turning the ball over. I want to know who's going to get into a flow in this game so far. It's kind of been herky-jerky as the rhythm in this game so far. Who's going to find a rhythm and not turn that ball over?
Oh, nearly a great backdoor cut there by Freeman. She steps out for the three. And just offline, Nation Williams grabs the rebound and pushes it up the floor. And another mistake right on cue. A travel called as Aura. One too many steps.
Yeah, lost the handle. Really just lost the handle on it. The ball got away from her, like you said, Will.
There's Freeman. Look at her go in the paint. Go weaving through three defenders, but misses the layup. Now Williams pushing the floor. Gets her own rebound, or at least after the basket she set up, and it's picked back up here by the Lady Mustangs. Neither team in too big of a rhythm right now. And a whistle is called. It looks like Coach Wheeler wants a timeout.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's just trying to slow everything down, trying to get this team into some type of rhythm, but they were trapped over there, and that's the reason why Coach Johnny Wheeler called the timeout. They were trapped on their bench, on the bench on the other side there. He didn't want to have another turnover because this possession is so important to him. It's down by 2 here in the first period.
Well, now for a quick word from our sponsors.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane by bringing Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers to your holiday celebration. Spread joy and good cheer with crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and our signature Cane sauce. Make things even merrier with our festive beanies, socks, mugs, and more for everyone on your nice list. And for a little extra holiday spirit, drop a Cane's gift card in their stockings. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Back with you here from Shadow Ridge High School here in Las Vegas. 5-3 score. Each coach has burned an early timeout, and it's been because of just neither team finding rhythm in this one. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Will Connerly. A 5-3 lead for the Bulldogs here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is, look, as far as first quarters go and trying to fill each other out, I think we've gotten our fill here. A ton of turnovers, a ton of penalties as far as traveling penalties called here. And that's another turnover there for the Mustangs, and the ball going back to the Bulldogs. And right on cue, another turnover.
It's interesting, after the Mustangs put 3 on the board, coming off the heels of a game where we'll see the foul. Clear there on Poole committing the foul, but coming off a game where you won 97-5 a couple games ago, Shadow Ridge sees that score surely as well. That shot is misfired. Williams gets the rebound. It's turned right back over into the hands of Freeman, and she gets the tough layup. Nice play from the freshman.
Yeah, Freeman's been working on getting some points here over the last couple of possessions for the Mustangs, and finally she gets a layup to fall.
Catch and shoot, knocked down. Sinai Branch for 3.
Sinai Branch, she's really good from the outside, and see how cool, calm, and collected she is out there on the elbow, but knocking that thing down, that's a great one.
3-pointer from Freeman off the mark. Rebound picked up by Mitchell. Nation Williams running the floor in transition. She draws the foul. Sinai Branch on that 3-pointer, a transfer from Arborview, has some big offers under her belt as well. Another prospect on this team, just a junior.
Here we're talking about Nation Williams and just her ability to run the floor at 6'2". That is really a talent. When you see a player that size that is running and able to get the ball in her hands and also have the vision and presence of mind to even make an outlet pass, because she was looking for Damani Poole down on the box.
And the first foul shot doesn't work out for Nation Williams, but in her young career so far, quite a bit has worked out. The 6'2" forward, ranked as one of the best players in the state in her class of 2027.
I can see why. Hey, she has all the goods.
Not just the state, but the entire country. Bounce pass in the lane and going with the left, Alexa Madsen.
Alexa Madsen, just a freshman. Tell you what, how about that for Madsen in a matchup against Nation Williams?
Madsen.
Yeah, you see her right here just moving without the ball. And again, getting to her spot on the floor is very important. And just a kiss off the glass.
This sends Daria Mitchell to the foul line. The Bulldogs will have some freshmen in the mix because they only return a couple players from last year's roster, and they're known to play quite a bit of players with the relentless press that they run. And Coach White's hoping that a few freshmen, even on such a respected program, can still make some impacts.
Hey, if you're a hooper in Nevada, you want to go to Centennial and play for Coach White's. The reputation speaks for itself. Her accolades and what she's done, she's one of the best in the nation, in the world, and the players that she's turned out to go to the collegiate level, it's a long list of really good players.
It certainly is. It's a good ball game right now, 12-7. Shadow Ridge and Centennial here in the league opener tonight in the 5A Southern League, as that three-point shot is misfired from Jefferson. Trying to get her going. Averaged about 18 points a game last year. Certainly their leader with a tough task tonight, guarding Nation Williams on the other end as Isla Williams goes inside. Madsen commits the foul.
Yeah, this is where things get really difficult, because you're trying to watch out for a player like Nation Williams, and the next thing you know, you got Ayla coming down the lane as well. She's going to continue to pressure, and she understands, like, all eyes and attention is going to be on my sister. That's going to give me an opportunity to run freely and get those outlet passes. Got to hit those free throws.
Nation Williams, though, taking advantage of the missed foul shot.
How about that for hustle, though? Hustling for a loose ball and getting the ball deflection off of the Mustangs. Going to stay on this end of the floor.
Huge hustle to the corner, bounces it off a Lady Mustang, keeps it on this end with 95 seconds to go. In the opening quarter, three from the corner knocked through. Daria Mitchell, the freshman from outside.
Oh, how about that? Great basketball on the catch and release from Daria Mitchell. The three-point line. Boy, she didn't blink at all. No, it doesn't really show a lot of emotion on her face, but man, that's a big shot by Mitchell. Look at that ball right back. Doesn't put it on the floor. Catch and release. It's good.
Ayla Williams setting that up. She's trying to set up another bucket down low. Doesn't, but gets the rebound. Three different chances. It still stays in the hands of the Bulldogs. And now it's a tie-up by the wing.
Again, getting down on the floor to try and get that loose ball. And I think possession's going to go the other way to the Mustangs, as you see right now. A little bit more pressure still being presented by the Bulldogs. They're not allowing them to have any easy possessions at all. Wow, what a steal.
Turned over. It's been the name of the game tonight. Steals and runs down the floor in transition. Now stepping back for three, Holly Fenton knocking it down.
I'm sitting here looking at Fenton, and the ball looks bigger than Holly Fenton, and she's draining the three. Let's go, Holly.
Stepping back and firing that three with some confidence. Another steal. Williams up the floor to Mitchell, and she falls down. So early on, Shadow Ridge taking care of the basketball is what we talked about. Here's the three once again.
That's it from Holly Fenton. She stepped back to that three-point line, boy, and knocked it down. Hey, didn't even think about, hey, you're not going to step out here on me? You're not going to step out here on me? Okay, I'll teach you. This is on the fast break right here, and Daria Mitchell, she takes a spill. Good to see her back up.
So a big run towards the latter half of this first quarter. here for the Bulldogs as Daria Mitchell is at the foul line. She's had a nice opening quarter. Continues that at the stripe, but the turnovers as of late. We talked about the Lady Mustangs needing to take care of the basketball, and that's been a struggle over the last few possessions.
Yeah, they are pressing. They're pressing right now. And when you press, obviously that's when you start making a ton of mistakes. I think really they're on your home gym. You got everything to just kind of, relax. Relax. Take care of the business at hand. Run your sets. But don't pressure yourself. I mean, obviously you got the 4-star out there on your court. You know where her sister's going. You know that she's surefire as well. But come on, you're here for a reason. Take care of your business.
Avery Freeman gets the rebound off her own missed foul shot, tipped back to her. New life for the Lady Mustangs, but just with 5 on the timer. 3-point shot fired, no iron drawn on the Channel Gaffney 3-point attempt, and it goes out of play with just 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, Gaffney just trying to create some space with that shot and not able to get it to go down.
That will take us to the end of the first quarter. 19-7 the score. The Bulldogs with the control after one frame. We'll be right back after these messages.
Your support of Findlay Automotive drives positive change in the lives of real people. Findlay Volkswagen supports Vegas Pet Rescue Project. They find both temporary and permanent homes for abused and abandoned pets. Findlay Automotive, serving our community since 1961. To our incredible community, thank you for choosing Findlay Automotive. Because of you, Findlay was able to give more than $2.1 million to local charities last year. When you shop at Findlay, you drive positive change for our community. Serving our community since 1961.
Great news, the Cox Tech Award is here and ready for applications. If you are running an LGBTQ plus business, you could be eligible to win a $5,000 tech grant. To apply, head over to glccnv.org/Cox to submit your application. Not a GLCC NV member yet? No worries. Join us and then you can apply. Applications are open from August 19th until October 30th, so head over to glccnv.org/Cox and submit your application today. We can't wait to see what you'll achieve.
Getting ready for the start of the second quarter. It's the Centennial Bulldogs with the lead right now. A strong first quarter, and towards the end of that quarter, the Bulldogs really started to impose their will on the defensive end. That turned to a lot of points.
Yeah, I think it really what started for them is the pressure that they're putting on them defensively. They're going to the full court press, and they're also setting their own half court press traps as well. Coach White's she's a genius at this. And these basketball players, when they get caught out on the edges, that's when she is bringing the double team, and it doesn't matter who has the ball.
Good steal for the Lady Mustangs on their first defensive possession. However, they cough it right back up on the other side.
Yeah, the ball just that's one of the things that we had in the open is that you can't turn the ball over.
Williams kicks it out and goes back here to Brown. Fire it out, good ball movement. Now Williams, bounce pass, no shot clock here in league action. From the corner, knocked down again. Sinai Branch, marksman from outside.
Hey, sitting on that baseline and all of that defense that's being played by the Mustangs, they forget about Sinai Branch hanging out in her neighborhood on the baseline.
Oh, wow. A collision after the fact there by Ayla Williams, crashing into the bench at 6 feet and playing the forward position. She's had 3 occasions where she's made steals on the perimeter, nearly another one there.
Yes, and no harm, no foul in a situation like that, especially when you take out a coach.
Your own team's coach as well.
You take out a coach, you're good.
Appreciate the effort.
Yeah, the coaches love it. That's complete sacrifice right there. And boy, Jefferson trying to get one of the circus shot, and that's not going to go either.
Here's Brown trying to go coast to coast. Her shot gets affected by Madsen. Now it's Freeman stepping beyond the arc, leaving it short as Jefferson. And put back up high off the glass, and Nation Williams gets all over the boards again. It is really tough down low on the boards.
Yeah, hard to handle. 6'2", with that height and just the way that she plays, you're not going to take it from her.
Ranch looking for another three, misfires. Ayla Williams, though, right back up and in.
How about that? Recognizing she doesn't have the shot, she drops steps, goes back the other way. That's hard to deal with. That's nothing but technique.
Freeman sprinting into the lane and coughs it up. They're just trying to go right at the Bulldogs' interior, and it's not working in their favor.
Well, they're not knocking down open shots. So the other part of their game has to be in transition. They have to try and get easy buckets, and that's not falling either. So, I mean, they've got to try something. And I'm sure for Coach Wheeler, he's calling plays and he's asking for his girls to be more aggressive, but they've got to hit some shots. Backcourt. Another mistake.
Tough right there as they got the turnover, looking to make some hay into what is turning into a solid deficit at this point in the ball game. In the second quarter of action. They feed it inside, and the whistle is called. There's Aura going to the foul line.
Yeah, she's really she's using that height out on the baseline, and they're finding her wide open. When you have bigs that can dribble drive like this, it really is dangerous for the opposing team. You have to find a way to nullify that athleticism by at least deterring them from going up and shooting those easy shots. But they're not only getting those shots up, they're getting those shots up, getting fouled, and getting to the foul line.
At the foul line is Iniai Aura, the lengthy junior forward. Also with plenty of height on this squad at 6'4". You think Nation Williams is all they've got in the paint? They've got her sister and then Aura as well. Yeah. A lengthy team, but going right at that length is Jaslyn Jefferson for two.
How hard did Jefferson work? Finally get some points up. Nobody has hustled like 10 to get just 2 points to go.
Branch, another three that looks good. And she also, you ask how hard she had to hit the hardwood after she made the basket as well. Paid the price for the 2 points.
And really what's unfair is that she has a matchup with Nation Williams. That's just taking everything out of her.
Understandably so. Jefferson picking up her dribble, looking to get it to the corner. It's tapped off of Aura.
That may have had a good idea, but that's a lazy pass that's going to get intercepted every time.
Freeman goes in double coverage on the baseline, fading away. Tough angle for the freshman, and it's going to be the Bulldogs basketball. It's tough to find good shot selection against this Bulldogs defense right now for Shadow Ridge and the Lady Mustangs offense.
Yeah, I think Avery Williams probably goes all up 5'9". She's running right into a 6'4" player with her arms straight up. Yeah, it's going to be a bad angle. You got to have some pretty good hops to be able to get a ball over the top of those outstretched arms.
Now 3 Lady Mustangs get their hands on the ball with Ayla Williams going to the deck, and the possession arrow is with Shadow Ridge. 27-7 score.
Pressure from this camera angle. Again, there's no easy entry passes, outlet passes. Everywhere they go, they have 2 blue jerseys on them. But finally, Matson in the paint, getting something to go in.
And good bucket for her, and in the response, she gets her hands on the shot attempt and then commits a clear foul after the fact. And Allie Brown had it, and Madsen just left her feet.
Yeah, Madsen with a little wry smile after that. Just say, hey, check out the athleticism right here. But how about this? Johnny on the spot and playing a little defense. That's good hustle.
It's a good trip on either end of the floor for another young player for the Lady Mustangs. It's a really, really young team with Zoe Reddick being a sophomore that started. Then you have a freshman that starts as well, and then getting action as well. A pair of freshmen in the starting lineup in Madsen and Freeman, who are both making impacts tonight for Shadow Ridge.
You want to get that production from your young team. I know for the Coach Wheeler, he's probably depending a lot on a lot of young. He doesn't have a really deep bench, not as deep as the other bench over there for Centennial. He has to rely on his young players. This is out of the frying pan into the fire. Only way you're going to get this experience is through being in the middle of it.
Three miss, but taken away. Speaking of the youth, Freeman nearly put it in.
Good hands, though, from Freeman.
Misses the layup, though, and a whistle is called on the other end. And for the pace of this game and the flow of the game, Heckma, something you brought up early, as you see the foul right there, it's interesting because of the fact that early on, neither team had any rhythm or any flow, and both coaches called early timeouts. Now you feel the fact that the Bulldogs are in their flow in the respect that they're forcing a lot of turnovers, but they really just want to get the ball and run.
Yeah, finally that started to happen after that first quarter. No team, they were just throwing the ball out of bounds. And if there was going to be a team that was going to get into any type of rhythm, I would have assumed that it would have been the Bulldogs that would get there first. They have the presence in the post. They have the better defense. It only makes sense. Right now, I'm just more surprised that they don't have a bigger lead than this. I mean, they have so many great players, and you saw it earlier, as you mentioned, from Branch knocking down shots from the three-point line.
Right on cue. There she goes again, her third tonight.
Hey, and you love it when it works when you're talking about a player and they do exactly what you're talking about.
Right as you planned, Branch from outside, 3 threes in the first half for the junior. What an addition she has been to a team that most teams getting to the state championship game, that's a good year, but for Centennial, it was a down year for them as it upended their 8 consecutive state title streak, but adding a player like Branch has their hopes high again for this season as Jefferson earns a foul.
Yeah, you talk about embarrassment of riches when you get a player like Sinai Branch, but how about Jefferson? Again, she is staying aggressive. And Will, how many times have we talked about her hitting the floor? I mean, she is peeling herself up off of the floor after those attempts.
That's what you like to see, though, the all-out effort. It's something that she certainly had on display last year during the playoffs when Shadow Ridge, they got to the state semifinals for the first time in their program's history. Big reason why, in that quarterfinal game, Jefferson just missed at the line, had 15 points and 23 rebounds.
Wow.
Not to mention 4 blocks and a couple steals, but a good game for her. And the leading scorer coming back to this team for this year with plenty of youth as Freeman misfires the lengthy 2.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately for Shadow Ridge, the Mustangs understand that even when they get to the playoffs, somehow they find a way to run into the Bulldogs. Everything is going to have to go through Centennial.
Absolutely, and there's other contenders in that respect upcoming here this year. Obviously, with Gorman now the defending champs, but obviously the Bulldogs are someone that everybody has had to worry about for quite some time.
This is is what I love about this Bulldogs team. You see the help defense? Everybody is getting their hands. Everybody has active hands.
So many deflections, a steal.
This team, everybody has active hands. They are deflecting this ball away. No easy defense. Yeah, here's the turnover. It's coming. Oh, wow. What a bucket.
A fortunate bounce that turns into a great play. Jefferson goes in. Just as we were mentioning, they can barely dribble it inside the three-point line. A friendly bounce and a good play for Jefferson.
That's just a strong athletic play right there from number 10.
But really, the dribble penetration has been very difficult because the on-ball defense has been excellent. But as you pointed out, it's not just that. It's the off-ball. It's the help defense that is also really making Shadow Ridge struggle in the half court.
Yeah, good teams have some of the same similarities, and that's help defense.
Flash in the post, going up, and Freeman. One thing you could say about Freeman, she is all over the court at all times, forces that shot out of bounds.
Got to get hustled. And I think, look, on the other side, I think for Shadow Ridge, here's the deal. This is a good team. They come into tonight 2-1. They understand what the assignment is here tonight.
Wow.
Hey.
Once again, Holly Fenton.
Hey, somebody get out there on the lady with the hair, okay? She is knocking it down, boy. Do you understand? She is knocking it down.
Had one earlier in the game and didn't think twice. Had to get back to the three-point line before she attempted that. That, a pure catch and shoot. Nylon. And there, it's a response. Jefferson starting to get going.
Come on. Let her cook.
Lady with the hair, as you mentioned, a pass inside, and it's in and out from Williams. Gets her own miss. And now it's back to Fenton. And Williams inside. Wow. With two defenders on her. Too strong for Nation Williams, and a chance for a three-point play.
Look at this inside. Recognize again, right on her spot, two players in front of her, and also presence of mind to use the glass. That's why the women's game is so good. They're so fundamentally sound.
Certainly a player of that caliber, you would expect some of those fundamentals to be in store. Certainly under the direction of Coach Whites, who's been doing it as a high a level as any across the nation. Just a sophomore as well, and she forces a steal right there, tumbles down by the midcourt line, and it's dropped in as time expires in the first half. It doesn't fall for Avery Freeman, and we've reached halftime. 37-16, the Bulldogs in control. At the break, we'll be right back.
Pain resolved. Finally, Centennial Spine and Pain offers unique pain solutions. All without monthly visits, unsatisfying injections, or harmful medications. Patients come to us for minimally invasive procedures that provide permanent pain resolution, not just pain management. So if you've got back or joint pain, burning foot pain, or an injury, we're here to get you to a life without pain. Finally, Centennial Spine and Pain. Call today.
Whether you moved here or you're born and raised, we've all got one thing in common. We're locals. At Channel 13, our mission is to protect our local way of life. We fight for you.
The work that you did played a big role in saving my siblings' lives.
Listen to your concerns.
Is she going to be safe at school?
And stand up for what's right in this place we call home. Watch Channel 13 live at 6.
Or catch the replays weekday mornings and evenings on YurView, Channel 51.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com. Doing More is brought to you in part by the Eric Roy Law Firm. Call your boy, Eric Roy.
Welcome to the Raising Cane's halftime show here on Your View. Raising Cane's, one love, 37-16. The Bulldogs of Centennial with the advantage at halftime. Right now in control in the locker room. Right now as we break it down alongside Heckma Harrison. I'm Will Connerly. We're happy to be with you tonight here from Shadow Ridge High School in Las Vegas. But it's the Bulldogs who are in control after a couple quarters of action.
No, and it's what we expected. I think that when you come off of the bench with a 6'4" forward who also has the same blocking ability as Nation Williams, I'm talking about Aru here, and it's been one of those games where even when it looked like the Mustangs were going to have to start to, going to get some momentum, look, they extinguished that fire early, did the Bulldogs. They're just on a run, and you see why Coach White has had the success that she's had because of the kind of players that she has that comes through that program. Sanaya Branch knocking down shots from the outside, setting up her shots, setting up her points also on the floor. I think here in the second half, we're going to have to find a way, if we're the Lady Mustangs, to get those easy points because nothing, literally nothing, has come easy to them in this game.
We will step aside here for a few moments and we'll come back. Halftime, Bulldogs with a 37-16 advantage.
From New York City comes America's longest running and most popular rugby show. The biggest names in Major League Rugby, MLR highlights, and big match previews. Rugby Wrap-Up presents MLR Weekly, made in New York City.
Main Street Living. Join our hosts, Danielle, Quincy, Cheryl, Tom, Brandy, and Valerie as they share fascinating stories from our street to your street with interviews from across the country. Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on Your View.
Ninth Island Connection highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities on and off the Strip, keeping our viewers connected with the Ninth Island of Las Vegas. From local mom and pop restaurants to those owned and operated by top chefs, from kitchen action to the inspiration behind the dishes, we deliver the culinary creations of Vegas.
Back with you here at Shadow Ridge at the break. Centennial leads 37-16 here in the 5A Southern League opener. And in the first half, it was the Bulldogs who were able to knock some shots down from the outside.
Yeah, they did it, and they made it look easy, Will. And hey, open shots were their forte. As we look at some of these highlights here, Sanaya Branch, that's the first one for her on the outside. Also, Dara Mitchell knocking down shots. And I said the lady with the hair, her name is Holly Fenton. Ball's bigger than her, but not the hoop because she's knocking it down too. And Sanaya Branch, again, another one of those three-pointers. And there is Holly Fenton again with another three-pointer.
So three different Bulldogs are able to knock down shots from the outside. Branch with the catch and shoot. Fenton creating it on her own with the step back and then the catch and shoot. So they have options from beyond the arc.
It's almost embarrassing to say that you're that good, that your three-point shooters can do what they're doing. But oh, by the way, when you decide to, hey, put the kids to bed, you could just dominate in the paint the way that the Bulldogs can. And, man, how about that? I mean, we're just only seeing maybe one part of their arsenal right now with them being able to knock down these three-point shots.
Well, we show you the three-point shots, but you didn't – a lot of the coming into this game and during the first half.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't want to talk about what's beyond the arc, inside the paint, well, it's Williams times 2, and they've done their fair share of damage as well.
Oh, yes, they have. Yes, they have. And they've been on the point, and they make it look so easy. And I think that's the one thing that you don't have enough appreciation for the nation, for the Williams systems and the nation system. They're the best in the nation. The way that they knock down shots in the interior. Man, they have the advantage, the height advantage, and the athleticism as well. So, look, this is going to be another one of those seasons when you look at them as a team. I said it when we were talking in the open. I said this is a team that lost to Bishop Gorman in the state title. This year, reintroduce yourself to everybody because this is your scorched earth season. They are used to winning championships at Centennial. Last year, they got upended, and they got to get back to their winning ways.
And they play a really tough schedule. They play in a rematch of the state semifinal from a season ago, and it's at the break. They have a healthy advantage. We'll step aside.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane by bringing Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers to your holiday celebration. Spread joy and good cheer with crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and our signature Cane sauce. Make things even merrier with our festive beanies, socks, mugs, and more for everyone on your nice list. And for a little extra holiday spirit, drop a Cane's gift card in their stockings. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
The holidays are a time to feel joyful and connect with the people that matter most. Join Your View for curated, uplifting Spirit of the Season programming as we celebrate the holidays from November 2nd to January 4th with our special selection of feel-good holiday movies and show specials. Spirit of the Season is brought to you by
Centennial Spine and Pain. Don't spend your holidays hurting. Centennial Spine and Pain is pain resolved finally.
Ninth Island Connection highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities on and off the Strip, keeping our viewers connected with the Ninth Island of Las Vegas. From local mom and pop restaurants to those owned and operated by top chefs, from kitchen action to the inspiration behind the dishes, we deliver the culinary creations of Vegas.
Back with you here at Shadow Ridge High School. Can't hide our Mustang pride. That's what they're saying right now, and they're hoping to show that in the second half as they trail here at the break by a healthy margin. How will they cut into that deficit? Last segment, we highlighted what the Bulldogs were doing well, but what can the Lady Mustangs do to get back in this one?
Hey, take the cover off that pride that we're talking about here. Come on now. They've got to take some pride in their offense and their defense and not just allow this Bulldog team to shoot at will and get those points in the paint the way that they just did. I mean, you're on your home gym. Have some pride. Play with some of it. This is a team you're going to see again, and you're collecting data obviously on them, and the players that you see on the other side, they're very young. You're going to have to deal with them for years to come. You may as well get used to it and play some tough basketball.
These two teams met last year. Was a 73-30 win for Centennial. 1 year ago, exactly 1 day off, so 364 days ago, these two teams met. A 43-point win for the Bulldogs. Then they met in the state semifinal. It was a 35-point win for the Bulldogs. So a couple of blowout wins by Centennial last year. And you're right, these two teams hope to meet again as Shadow Ridge got the number 4 seed last year in the 14-team league where 8 teams make the playoffs and compete for a state championship.
That's just complete domination when you're beat by 75 points by one team in 1 year, and you're asking yourself, how do we beat them again, coach? And all I say is that is a mountain to climb, and the only way you get up that mountain is one step at a time, and it's going to take all of them. They've been turning the ball over way too much. They've turned the ball over in the first half. They've got to protect that basketball, have some quality possessions, but also knock down some threes. Come on. That three-point line is out there for you as well. Knock down a few of those big shots.
Saw Jefferson get a couple good shots toward the end of the first half. Ball in her hands right now. But when you discuss the turnovers, get into that in just a moment. Three-corner shot, as you mentioned, misfires out there from Gaffney. Now down low, Williams has it, but looks like Coach Whites wants an early timeout. And Heckma, about those turnovers for the Lady Mustangs, would you say they're more self-inflicted wounds, or do you feel like it's the Bulldogs who are forcing the issue?
It's a little bit of both. I was talking about the help side defense and how active they are with their hands. I mean, these ladies are some cookie crooks. All right, they are stealing that ball. If you leave, you're lazy with your dribble, they will put pressure on you. And Karen White's, I mean, you can only imagine her practices have to be action-packed, and it's all defense-based with the way that this team plays. So, look, I put some of that blame on the Mustangs because they came out a little tense, a little tight, not handling those possessions, but also they were just kind of being too loosey-goosey with the ball.
So Karen White's quick timeout into the third. Wants to draw something up for her team, and like you said, some self-inflicted wounds with the turnovers and the travels and the errant passes, but others, the issue being forced by the Bulldogs. They're on offense now, though, and they get an open three for Branch, and, well, Coach White's drew something up. 8-ball corner pocket for Branch once again.
Yeah, and that's what's so great about that is she called a timeout. Is what you saw right there, Will. She called the timeout, designed that play specifically, and made sure that the ball rotation was there to find her in her open spot. I mean,
but it was interesting. You just had halftime.
Yeah, no.
You get to your first possession and say, no, this is what we're going to run. It was excellent coaching by Coach Whites, who's been there since 1999 when the school opened. Jefferson for three, too strong. Rebound into the hands of Gaffney. She goes right back up. Now Jefferson has it. Can't go, gets her own rebound. No, she gets wrestled down to the hardwood, and it's taken away by the Bulldogs.
Well, bodies hitting the floor. It's those young bones. Jefferson right back up after falling. Good to see her and Nation get up after that conflict, after that contact down there. Here's the play. It is ripping the ball away right there, Sinai Branch.
Jefferson has met the floor quite a bit tonight. Something you can appreciate as diving for all the 50-50 balls. That's one by the Bulldogs, heaved up the floor. Holly Fenton saw something, and a bucket for Branch again.
Holly Fenton, don't let the size fool you. All right, don't get fooled by the ponytail. All right, Holly Fenton is out here balling. What a play by number 0, and they just continue to pile it on right now.
Nation Williams with a brilliant, her second opportunity for a three-point play, and she is flexing after the fact, and here's the reason why.
Yeah, you see right there, Sinai Branch on the play from Holly Fenton, but this is playing defense. It's Nation Williams.
Misfires on the foul shot, but getting a lot of attention, as you probably would suspect all year long from opposing defenses. The top of the scouting report is going to be Nation Williams, as it's top of the key, knocked down. We'll see if they give it a trifecta or not, but it's Jefferson. Good to see the ball go through the hoop for her a few times. Their leading scorer that they would love to have her heat up.
Yeah, they need her to. And I'm saying, in a game like this where you're not getting any easy shots because of all those trees that you have down there in the lane. Finally getting those big shots. I said it to you. It's like, hey, what do they have to do? What does Shadow Ridge have to do to get back in this game? And I answered you honestly, it's going to take a Herculean effort, but it's going to take them also knocking down some big shots.
And we'll take a quick break and be right back.
Did you know teen drivers are more likely to get into car accidents than any other age group? It's a hard truth, and one that hits close to home for me. In high school, 2 young guys lost their life when they decided to take their dad's vehicle out for a joyride. Another girl I went to junior high school with lost her life while being driven by another friend of ours.
As a father of 3, one of which just got his license, this issue is very close to home, and it's so important. At Salmon Ash Injury Law, we want to inspire change.
And that's why we're giving Clark County students a chance to win a 2024 Volkswagen Jetta, scholarships for $5,000, a year's worth of car washes, and more with our Safe Teen Driving Essay Contest.
And all you have to do is write a 400 to 500 word essay on what safe driving means to you.
Join us in fostering safer habits and a culture of accountability on the road. Visit salmonashlaw.com/safe driving to enter by December 21st.
Drive safe and good luck.
Back with you here at Shadow Ridge High School. Centennial and Shadow Ridge battling it out. Third quarter, the Bulldogs with a big lead. Keisha Williams leaves it short. And a foul committed there by Daria Mitchell.
That's a great entry pass there by Daria Mitchell to Nation Williams, but not good on the foul right there. I told you about them keeping those quick hands, and sometimes those quick hands can get you in trouble with little tic-tac fouls like that, and that's exactly what happens right there with Mitchell picking up that foul. Trying to put her in the Williams family. It's Mitchell.
Very coveted bunch, 44-18, but the bank is open. Zoe Reddick.
Oh, now you gotta call that. If you're gonna go bank on us, you gotta say Banksy something. Come on now. So you gotta do that like in a game of horse. Off the top of the square, yeah, 3-pointer.
Off the bounce, too. Then Nation Williams intercepting a long heave up the floor.
Athleticism and coordination.
Fenton, not as good as her first 2 tries from outside.
A little catch and release there. A little catch and release by Holly Fenton.
Has an interesting way of getting the ball up. Noticed that on her first attempt, but it worked out. Same with her second, but there, ball just slips out of her hand.
Absolutely.
Jefferson spins, picks up the dribble, and now going for a nice pass out, and in and out there from Reddick. In for another 3. Instead, it's Ayla Williams on the glass.
But I like that, though. Matson goes right back up with the ball. You try and get something quick to go in. I like it. Don't wait on Williams to get down there where she could block your shot and make life difficult for you.
Fenton going again from outside. Gets both hands involved in the action to try to get the ball up there, but misfires from the corner.
What she doesn't lack is confidence.
It's true. Quick trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. She does not lack confidence. And you know what she's saying right now in her head? I'll do it again. And I'll do it again.
See the defense now up against Reddick, and it's taken away by Mitchell. And tough inside. Having a nice night, Sinai Branch.
Yeah, you're going to have a nice night when you have a 6-foot guard like Mitchell that's running the break, but also keeping her eyes up the court and looking for the entry pass.
Wow.
And look at this, coast to coast with the lefty, recognizing she has a player running with her. Man, that's just beautiful stuff.
It really is, because in transition, so much of it is getting in positions to go in transition, getting the steals, but it's also making those type of plays at the rim, laying it off to a teammate who's also hustling down the floor.
No, absolutely. And for Mitchell, you know that she's a finisher. She could do it herself if she wants to, but looking for the outlet pass makes it even sweeter. She gets the steal and the assist in one possession. Doesn't get any better than that.
Now Reddick at the line. Knocks that one down. 3 to go in the third. Nation Williams. Pass out of the post. Good movement back inside. And it gets somehow saved out in the corner for Mitchell. And now Williams goes inside, gets called for the walk. One too many steps on the low block.
But that's a good block there by Jefferson. Although you're going to get the traveling called, Nation Williams is trying to get down in her spot. Here's the pass from Mitchell. Back down low. And the block there by Jefferson.
Interesting, too, when you start to look at the scoreboard and see the control that the Bulldogs really have had, and they went on a run in the second quarter and have maintained it. Step beyond the elbow for Isla Williams doesn't go. Now Freeman quickly up the floor. But at this point, does the score affect how either team approaches a ball game like this?
Shadow Ridge right now, they just want to stay aggressive. You know, hey, and if the clock, if the scoreboard changes because we're staying aggressive, then good. That means we've earned the right to be on the same floor with Centennial, and that's what they're trying to figure out as a program. When can we earn the right to be on the floor with a team like this that you know is perennial in the state of Nevada as a power?
Absolutely, and Coach White's certainly coming into this year with a little more motivation, so to speak, after losing in a state title game throughout the offseason. That does a lot for a team. And for Shadow Ridge, it was really interesting to see, okay, this is a Bulldogs team that ended our season last year, lost to them twice by 30-plus points, and a nice finish right there.
Yeah, this is, again, you talk about them getting beat twice. That's got to be the one thing you come into this game, you say, all right, and you ask me, what are some of the positives? You know, let's look for some silver lining. When you lose by 70 in 2 games, there's really none. You got to come in and play your heart out and try and make something happen. But this from Mitchell, I talked about it earlier when she got the steal and the assist. You know that she's a finisher, but when she's keeping her head up and not being selfish and makes an outlet pass, that's just, man, that's a cherry on top. You got yourself a good player.
Got Reddick at the stripe. Shadow Ridge 2-1 under the direction of Johnny Wheeler, former college and pro player himself. And Lady Mustang squad played 3 games last weekend in a tournament. But tonight, their first time at home and welcoming the perennial power of the Bulldogs. Trailing late here in the third quarter by a big margin. And travel is called.
Yeah, got to put that ball on the floor before you take off with it. That's one of the things going to get you in trouble each and every time. That's an easy travel call. Might not seem like much, but watch the footwork every time.
Nation Williams out to Branch, and 4 threes. Is that a good night? Well, that's what Branch has had.
Find a way to get a body on her. Don't leave her on the three-point line. She is making a home. Good defense by Mitchell. What a strip.
Back up the floor. I mean, you want freshmen to make an impact. I think Daria Mitchell has certainly taken that to heart. The defense on the perimeter has been great. Branch
knocking them down. She makes them pay every time. But this is what I love about Daria Mitchell. Active hands. Active hands, can dribble with either hand, can go either left or right, doesn't matter. Just an active defender, though.
Now a jump ball is called with under a minute to go in this third quarter. Stays with the Lady Mustangs. Behind the back there for Freeman. She pulls. Nation Williams on the glass once again, quickly up the floor, but the layup is misfired. Poole was wide open instead. Williams on the glass again, ripped away by Freeman, and then a whistle is called.
Oh, did they get a foul on Freeman on the rip? No, we're going the other way. Okay.
Looks like Nation Williams must have been fouled there. Or called for the foul, excuse me.
Nation is probably asking herself, what, did my face get in the way? Well, I'm sorry. How was that foul on me?
Also, too, though, Freeman's effort.
Yeah, no.
Certainly outsized, but doesn't show it.
No, Avery Freeman is definitely a player. As you see her come in right here, down and almost triple team, pulling that ball away, and they're going to get a foul.
Certainly a good effort to rip the ball out of the hands of Williams.
Both of those free throws. My goodness. Well, they need every point they can get.
Branch, catch, shoot.
If she knocked another one down, that's just a heat check shot right there by number 10.
Have to. And, I mean, when you do a heat check like that, the temperature is still reading pretty good. The shot was on the line, catch and shoot with a hand in the face, and nearly knocked it down.
She has been on fire, knocking down, and we've seen her on the baseline. That's her spot on the baseline. It's everywhere she goes, that's her spot. Why don't I just not say that?
The heat is still there, I think.
Absolutely.
They have a whole nother quarter to keep checking the temperature. There for Branch, but she has claimed quite a bit of spots with 4 knocked down this evening from beyond the arc, and a foul is called. Looks like Zoe Reddick getting called for the offensive foul.
And they're setting those traps so perfectly anytime they get into the corner, and it really kind of confuses me that the Mustangs don't realize that yet. When you dribble into that corner, you're going to dribble right into a double team.
And time expires in the third quarter. Williams puts one in, but not in time. And a 51-22 Bulldogs lead as we head to the fourth quarter here from Shadow Ridge.
Ninth Island Connection highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities on and off the Strip, keeping our viewers connected with the Ninth Island of Las Vegas. Great people, great stories, great connections, only on Ninth Island Connection.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane by bringing Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers to your holiday celebration. Spread joy and good cheer with crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and our signature cane sauce. Make things even merrier with our festive beanies, socks, mugs, and more for everyone on your nice list. And for a little extra holiday spirit, drop a Cane's gift card in their stockings. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Tonight, Branch having a good night from beyond the arc here at Shadow Ridge High School. Alongside Heckma Harrison, I'm Will Kennerly, and she has just put on a clinic shooting the ball.
That's what we call threes, please. And out there on the baseline, and every time dropping them buckets on them. No matter what spot she's in, another one drops on them. It's just raining threes out here for number 10. Look at those elbows. She's in the catch and shoot position right now. Oh, my God. If she knocked that down, I would have went crazy.
Threes, please. But there's a three from number 3, Daria Mitchell, wanting to get her own highlight tape. And quickly back the other way, Alexa Madsen with a basket.
Alexa, how many times have we said, Alexa, play me 2 points? She's right there for the bucket.
Oh, man. Oof. Nation Williams driving down the left lane.
Didn't like all that love going the other way,
Madson's running the floor, though.
Hey, she does. Yeah, you better watch her. I mean, she runs the floor well, and Coach White's didn't like that. She called a timeout immediately and did not like trading those buckets to open up the fourth quarter.
Well, coming out of break, you described Sinai Branch, set it up perfectly, but you talked about the elbows. Explain what you mean about the shooting position and being ready to go.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on. You can't have your hands down by your side. You got to have those elbows ready, hands ready to receive the pass to shoot. You saw as soon as she received the ball, she didn't put it on the floor, so she's ready to catch and shoot. That's catch and shoot position for any shooter out there. It's a universal sign that as soon as this ball hits my hands, I'm going right back up with it.
For Shadow Ridge, you see Alexa Madsen, number 5. She's really been the heart and soul, running the floor, not giving up. What you want to see?
Yeah, for her, I think, just continue to do what she does. They need a big presence down in the paint. Right now, Nation Williams having her way with them, her and her sister. They haven't had a defender down on the box, but not only not having a defender, they haven't had anyone to get any easy buckets either.
The left doesn't go from Isla Williams. Now Nation Williams with a rejection, tries to chase it down, but it's going to stay with the Lady Mustangs.
About this, and Jefferson, we talked about her working so hard to try and get some points up. Williams is denying.
Oh, wow. Nice looking 3 from Shannon Gaffney, the junior guard.
Let's do it.
And quickly back up the other way. Allie Brown touches it off the window.
Yeah, this is one of those games for Shadow Ridge, excuse me. They've just got to find a way to not allow these easy buckets one after another. And
too easy.
Yeah, too easy. And Nation Williams taking them to school right now.
And her third chance for an and one tonight, showing some emotion, because you talk about players that are getting looked at the next level. You can clearly see why. The athleticism from just a sophomore, but the athletic ability to defend as well. Got the steal, pushed it and dribbled it up the floor, made the layup, got fouled, and now goes to the line. It's a pretty good play.
Yeah, she's a good player. I mean, and obviously from a basketball family. You know the good ones when you see them, and number 24 is that.
And she shows it once again. Obviously talk about the family with Isla Williams, her sister who's a senior, a pledge to play at the University of San Diego, and now Nation Williams just adding on to her total tonight. 3 consecutive baskets for her. Does that qualify in the heat check department, the layups?
That just qualifies in the awesome department. That's all. That's what that is. This is awesome.
She was selected just a few weeks back on the Naismith Underclassmen Player of the Year watch list for the nation. Mother, of course, former GM of the Aces, Hall of Famer. Got a great family, and you certainly see that the future is bright, but the future seems to be right now for the Bulldogs and the sophomores leading the way.
I mean, does Dad get to claim any of the athleticism? Does Dad get to say, that's my side of the family? Because it's clearly all Mom's doing.
Madsen tries to turn and doesn't go. Now, Isla Williams getting her own miss.
Wow.
And it's interesting because, heck, man, in the fourth quarter to start, Madsen has a couple buckets. Coach Whites calls a timeout. Not a lot of coaches do that with the score at this deficit, but they do that and they get right back to doing these type of things, steals.
Yeah, this is well, if you're Coach Whites, you want to get the attention of your team and say, look, this is how Bishop Gorman beat you. This is how Gorman beat you. You're trading buckets. And like when going scorched earth doesn't just mean, oh, we just go out here and we destroy everybody. It also means that you rectify some of the mistakes that you made in the past. And you can't get into this, okay, we're going to let our guards down and allow teams to get on the run, because look, in a game of basketball, runs are everything.
Certainly. And the run is pretty healthy right now for the Bulldogs as they continue to add on and showcase their dominance in this ball game this evening.
This could be potentially another, you're talking about another 40-point loss here for the Mustangs.
It's really just interesting the way Coach Whites has orchestrated this program. Now coaching the boys and the girls, has been doing that for a few seasons. Extra responsibilities.
Yeah. Well, she's a tremendous coach. And for the people that don't understand that this all transcends. It's on every level. It doesn't matter. Good coaches are good coaches. And fundamentally, she has the Centennial Bulldogs playing really good basketball.
Jaslyn Jefferson has a really good shot from the corner for Centennial, a team that dominated quite a bit. We're going to look at what Nation Williams has done tonight.
Look at the dominance here. Just inside. That's off with the left hand, off foot. And she's just a force to be reckoned with down low. She's one of those players that the reason why everybody's coming after her is just on the box. She really has no rival. There is no equal for her. I think what you have to do is when you try and frustrate her, get her off of her spots early. But you just got to pray that she doesn't heat up, because she plays really good defense. We've seen her diving for loose balls. I mean, you think in a four-quarter game where you're up by 40, maybe this doesn't mean anything. Guess who's checking back in?
Absolutely, and for just to document a career, it's only just a sophomore, but she got on the map very quickly for multiple reasons. You play for a program like this one, the family aspect of it too, but starting as a freshman on this type of program, we show so much of her offensive highlights. She was the defensive player of the year in the entire state last year as a freshman. So she has that type of notoriety on both ends of the floor.
But Coach Whites knew what she was getting as soon as Nation hit the high school campus. She knew exactly the player that she had. She's like, nah, I'm not going to jive around with this. I'm going to make sure you get on the floor early. She knows exactly who her mom is. And so I heard a very interesting interview with her sister, just talking about her being handed over to Coach Whites and them trusting in her to develop these players. And that's what a lot of parents do when they feel like they have a child that's really talented. They want to go to a school where they know they can win, but also know that their kids can be developed as well.
So Coach Whites and company on their way to another dominant victory here this evening. And Coach Whites, for those that don't know about the history of this program, takes over in 1999, wins her first state title in 2002. That broke a 2-decade streak of Las Vegas teams not winning state championships. She gets it now 14 titles later, including 8 in a row until last year's streak ended. She's really helped out this program be put on the map in such a big way, and it's been to the tune of a lot of dominance. Building a dynasty is very interesting to try to dissect how she's done that.
She's a legend, and we throw that word around a lot these days, a little too loosely. She's a legend. 14 state titles. 9 in a row?
8 in a row.
8 in a row. The 9th was broken by Bishop Gorman. And that's legendary stuff, man. That's the kind of stuff that, Pixar Entertainment creates movies for you.
100%.
That is excellence at its finest. And man, what a tremendous coach to play for.
Now the boys of Centennial get to have that same luxury as well, making that decision during their title run, going for their 8th in a row, which they got a couple years ago, trying to get that program going as well. And found something so interesting back in 2010, 2011, talking about dominance. Scores like these were very common for the Bulldogs, and they have been for decades. They won 13 games by more than 50 points in that season, and that had the Nevada Interscholastic Activities Association make a rule that if coaches win games by 50 or more, they have to have a written explanation of why that happened. And she now instructs her teams when they get up by 49 to just pass the ball around because it was happening so often for a team that has been nationally ranked a dozen times under her tenure. And you see what happens tonight. A very easy victory for the Bulldogs as they go on the road to start league play on a big note.
I'm sorry, I can't let that go. You mean to tell me if you get beat by 50, the head coach has to write a paragraph about why they beat you by 50?
Oh, yeah. You have to have a written explanation by the coach of any team winning by more than 50 points in a ball game.
Oh, wow, man. I love this. And the plot thickens as we get a 41-point victory here tonight. Look, Will, you're going to ask me about it. Can I just tell you, they're awesome, and they came as advertised. And, man, nothing about this team to me, I don't know how you beat them. I really got to go back to the Bishop Gorman tape and see how Bishop Gorman got it done because, man, they have athletes all over the floor. I cannot say enough about Dara Mitchell and the way that she plays, but also Sinai Branch had herself one heck of a game by knocking down shots. And the Williams sisters, come on, man.
They've all been great. And we'll step aside. Big victory tonight for the Bulldogs. 74-33, the final score.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cain with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Hey, Las Vegas, I'm Sam.
And I'm Ash from Sam & Ash Injury Law, and we're giving Clark County students the chance to win a 2024 Volkswagen Jetta through our Safe Teen Driving Essay Contest. We're offering incredible prizes, including a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Jetta, $5,000 in scholarships, and more. Thanks to our partners at Findlay Volkswagen and Wow Car Wash, it's all possible.
Students can enter to win by writing a 400 to 500 word essay on what safe driving means to them.
And with this campaign and essay contest, we hope to inspire young drivers to take road safety seriously and understand the real-life consequences that can come from their actions behind the wheel.
Visit samandashlaw.com/safe driving to learn more. Students can enter now until December 21st. Good luck and safe driving.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cain with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or our beanies, socks, mugs, and more. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained?
Game Time on Your View is presented by RC Willey, your home, your way, and brought to you by Raising Cane's. One love. The lights going dim at Shadow Ridge High School tonight as the Bulldogs have a big 74-33 win to open up league play. Heckma Harrison, Will Connerly with you. And Heckma, final thoughts.
Yeah, man, look, it was a great game, and hey, you see it right there from Holly Fenton. They shot the lights out tonight, literally. And man, way to get league play going.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We say so long from Shadow Ridge High School here in Las Vegas for our entire crew. And Heckma Harrison, I'm Will Connerly saying so long and have a great Friday evening. We'll talk to you next time here on Your View.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cain with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Hey, Las Vegas, I'm Sam.
And I'm Ash from Sam & Ash Injury Law, and we're giving Clark County students the chance to win a 2024 Volkswagen Jetta through our Safe Teen Driving Essay Contest. We're offering incredible prizes, including a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Jetta, $5,000 in scholarships, and more. Thanks to our partners at Findlay Volkswagen and Wow Car Wash, it's all possible.
Students can enter to win by writing a 400 to 500 word essay on what safe driving means to them.
And with this campaign and essay contest, we hope to inspire young drivers to take road safety seriously and understand the real-life consequences that can come from their actions behind the wheel.
Visit samandashlaw.com/safe driving to learn more. Students can enter now until December 21st. Good luck and safe driving.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or our beanies, socks, mugs, and more. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained?